Social media, my cell phone, is a huge distraction, especially in our time. Your cell phone is a big distraction. It's the thing that's in your way all the time, whether you realize it or not. You're always on your phone. And if it's done in moderation, it's completely fine. Social media is completely fine. TV, video games, hanging out with friends, all these things is completely fine if it's done in moderation. But if it's getting in your way and you can't be productive, then you need to step back and think, what are the things I'm spending most of my time on? You need to eliminate these things. Your cell phone has a do not disturb button. Why don't you use it? You don't have to turn it off. There's something called an emergency bypass, where I just learned this recently, where I have like certain people, like if my phone's on do not disturb, no one can contact me at all, right? But certain people can still call me and I'll hear the ringer. I can choose that. On an iPhone, you can choose that. And I think Androids can as well, I'm not sure. But on an iPhone, you can choose that. Makes it much easier for you to actually focus. Put your phone on do not disturb. Turn off all your notifications, even in a regular day, whether you're not working. Turn off all your notifications to Instagram, to Twitter, to TikTok, to social media. Why do you need to be the first person to like everything? Why do you need to keep up with so many people's lives? Why does it matter? I don't know. I don't see the purpose of it, but those things don't matter, especially when you have work to do. You have things to get done. Why are you letting all these distractions get in your way? Eliminate them. Sometimes you realize just by eliminating them, you have a clear path to getting all your work done. Why do you think people don't like to read books or get work done at home? Because there's too many distractions at home. You rather go to a library or a cafe, someplace where it's just you and your work. There's nothing else in your way. If I want to read a book within a week and I come home and I'm sitting on my couch and I have my TV in front of me and I have, video games, the chances are very low that I'm going to read that book. Even me right now, it's very difficult for me to go sit on my couch and read a book because there's a big TV in front of me. Why would I do that? I can watch a TV show. I can watch a movie. I can watch something fun and interesting. I could play video games. I could use my cell phone and just lollygag on that. I'm not going to read this book, but if I go to Barnes & Noble, it's just me and this book. The chances are much higher for me to go and read the book. I would personally say for you to eliminate them. My last video was how do you create a better life in 6 months. Well, within these 6 months, eliminate all your distractions. Don't watch as much TV. Why are you so scared? You're going to miss out on a couple TV shows? That's fine. You know how many TV shows people have recommended to me that I haven't even started? Because I know if I started, I'll go back into just doing that all the time. I won't be able to work on anything. My free time will be used to watch TV, to watch movies. And like I said, if it's done in moderation, it's completely fine. But be real with yourself. When's the last time you actually did one of these things in moderation? When's the last time you played video games for just 1 hour or 2 hours a day? You're probably spending hours doing it. Why? Cut it out. You don't have much to lose. What, are you going to miss out on a couple TV shows? Miss out on a couple new video games? Miss out on the fun? You can do all that when you're rich and successful. But right now, it's the time for you to grow. Right now, it's the time for you to build. Eliminate all your distractions. If you don't want to eliminate them, you can limit them. You can limit your social media use. You can limit how often you watch TV and how often you're watching movies or playing video games. Even hanging out with friends. I used to do it every day. Now I limit that once or twice a week because it's important to be social. It's important to have friends. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Friends, family, yes, put them as a priority on your list. But doing it every single day, you got stuff to do. You got things to get done. If you're coming home from a 9 to 5 and you're like, man, I need to work on my side hustle. I need to work on this hustle because eventually I need to make this like my primary source of income. Well, to do that, you're going to have to give up a lot of your free time. To give up a lot of your free time, you're going to have to be productive within the free time. You only have 2 to 3 hours a day to get stuff done. So you got to be as productive as possible, as you possibly can be within that time. One of the ways to do it is to eliminate distractions, cut out the things that are in your way. If you don't want to eliminate them completely, that's fine. I understand that. Limit them. Start by just limiting them slowly. Now I don't have a need to keep up with the new TV shows, even though I watch them, but it's all done in moderation. But our goal here is not to live a normal, mediocre life. If you get caught up in these traps, you're going to stay like that. No one gets anywhere by watching TV and staying on social media. Like, you can't. People get places. People improve their life and make money by putting in work, by giving up so many things. There's so many things that you have to give up to actually make it. If you can't give it up, my question to you is, what are you going to lose? Why are you so scared? You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to lose anything if you don't watch movies for 2 months. If you don't watch TV, if you don't hang out with your friends as much, if you don't keep up with everyone's lives on social media. I don't even know why people care in the first place. You shouldn't care. You got other things to care about. That's my challenge to you. Cut it out. Cut out all your distractions. Eliminate all of them. If you don't want to eliminate them, that's fine. Limit them. Start by doing that. The next thing you need to do is prioritize. There's this chart that I don't know who came out with it, but it's very important. I mean, I love using it. It helps a lot, and I think you should be doing this as well. You have all these tasks to get done within a day or within a week or within a month. You need to put them on your priority list. Your priority list, you have tasks that are the most important and the most urgent. You need to get this done right away, and it's the most important. Then you have tasks that are important but not urgent. Then you have tasks that are urgent but not important. And then you have tasks that are not important or urgent. Now, you can do this, and that'll help, but what I need you to do is do some digging, do some thinking. If you're planning on starting a business, right, you're planning on starting a side hustle, what's the number one thing that you need to be working on? What's the most important thing and the most urgent thing that you need to be working on? Your product. You need to be selling your product. You need to be making your product. Sometimes you don't even have to promote your business, because what you going to promote if you got nothing there? Your main focus, the thing that's at the top of your priority list, is not promoting your business. It's not telling everyone about it. It's about making a better product and selling that product. If anything, it's about making the product. That's the first thing you need to be working on. That's at the top of your priority. If I'm a content creator, like I'm making YouTube videos, what's the most important thing? Create content. It's in the friggin' name. Create content. It's not important for me to build a logo. It's not important for me to post on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. Yeah, that's how I promote myself, but if I don't have many videos on my YouTube, like YouTube's the main thing. I got to record. I got to get better at recording and making videos. I got to get better at making better thumbnails and getting a better studio and getting better lighting and editing better and all these things. Like, same thing with any business you start. What's your main thing? And focus on that. We need to get to a place where we're able to get more done in a day than most people are able to get done in a week. If you think that's not possible, it is possible. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to show you it's possible, and you're going to do it too. It is possible. And what you realize is that the work that most people do within a day isn't much. Like, for instance, I work a sales job and I have another friend. He works a sales job. Both of us are like, majority of the time, we're not even working. We're just waiting on customers. When a customer comes in, that's when we get the work done. That's when we convince them and close the sale and talk to them and try to persuade them. And we go talk to our manager and look at better deals we can get them. And then we finish up the paperwork, stuff like that. That probably takes 45 minutes. The whole process probably takes 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what type of thing you're selling. But majority of the time, I'm just waiting on customers. So within an 8-hour shift, the amount of work that I actually do is probably like 2 or 3 hours. All the other extra tasks that's just busy work isn't important right now. And eventually when it becomes important, you can find someone else to do it for you who's better at doing that job in the first place. Because your job as a CEO or as an entrepreneur is to build a better product and sell the product. Sometimes it's not even about selling, because you can have a team who does the selling for you. You give them commission, right? But it's about building a better product, building a better brand, build a better website. Give people value. That's what you need to focus on. That's your main thing. Why are you spending time doing all these extra things? Cut out all the busy work. Focus on what's more important. That's how you're able to be more productive. Hey, I have a business. What should I focus on? Hey, I'm a content creator. I'm filming vlogs. I'm filming, funny videos. What should I focus on? My main focus is to create more funny videos. Like, that's my business. If I spend 1 day recording and the 6 days of the week I'm doing everything else, well, you're not being as productive. You need to spend 5 days recording, maybe 6 days, maybe the whole freaking week you should be recording and making new content, because you're a content creator. You create content. We have that toxic mentality in our culture, especially with men, this masculine mentality, this masculine toxic mentality, where we're like, I work 10 to 15 hours a day. I don't take breaks. I don't sleep. I don't sleep as much. I don't eat as much. I don't need to take a break. I don't get tired. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. I think that's wrong. I think if you're living that way, you're fooling yourself. Being busy isn't being productive. They're not the same thing. You can get more done in the same time or in less time than anyone else. You need to do some digging. You need to do some research. Find out, hey, what's at the top of my priority list? What's the main thing that I should be focusing on? What's the main thing that I should be working on? And work on that. A lot of people don't want to do it because it's harder. It's going to force me to use more brain power, more energy. It's more difficult. There's more fear in the way. There's There's more ways for me to fail. I'd rather just do the easy thing. But the hard thing is what I need to do. It's the main thing. If you're learning how to code, and if you're starting off learning and teaching yourself how to code, what's the main thing you need to be doing? Coding. Practicing how to code. You don't need to work on interviews and write resumes. Your main thing is coding. Work on coding. Work on making yourself a better coder. Work on different projects and build a portfolio. That's your main work. Not even build a portfolio, honestly, but learning how to code. Every single day for 6 months, you need to code. That's your main job right now, coding. If you're a content creator, that's your main job, creating content. That's what you should be focusing on. That's how you master a specific skill. Honestly, that's how you master it. You do it all the time. Eliminating distractions and prioritizing your tasks is very important. And what that all leads to is focus, more focus, deep work. You need to be focused on that one thing for 2 hours straight. You don't do other tasks. You focus on that one thing. It's called like the flow state, right? A lot of people experience this flow state because you're so focused on getting this one thing done. You have 2 hours and you're just focused on this one project, this one assignment. Cut out everything in your way and focus on that one assignment. You do this often, you do this every day, you're going to get into this flow state. You're going to get into this deep work state. Where after these 2 hours, you're able to get so much done. They're just like, wow. Like, someone could spend 2 hours, and I could spend 2 hours, and I would get so much more done because of deep work, because I'm able to focus, and I'm able to master my focus. Because focus is a skill set. It's a muscle. You need to let it grow. You need to let it develop. Over time, you're going to be able to get into this flow state much easier. For those 2 hours, full 2 hours, you're working. You're not distracted. There's nothing in your way. You're not doing busy work. You're working on that one specific thing. And as time goes on, you get better at doing it. Then you find a way of making it faster. You can even have a Pomodoro timer. You can use this Pomodoro technique, which is where you work in breaks. So 25-minute you work, and then 5 minutes you take a break. 25 minutes again, 5 minutes you take a break. What I like to do is 90 minutes. So 90 minutes I'll work, which is an hour and a half, and then I'll take a 10-minute break, and then I'll repeat those rounds. But whatever works for you, you can do 30 and 15, you can do 25 and 5, an hour and 10, whatever works for you. But the whole point of this is that for that 1 hour, there's nothing that you need to get done other than that one assignment. Then you get a 10-minute break. You can chill, stay on your phone, right? Like I said, nothing wrong with these distractions as long as it's done in moderation. Chill, watch some TV, get a snack, go stretch, whatever. Come back, work again for a whole hour. That's the flow state. That's deep work state that you want to be in. Because if you do this for 7 days a week, my last video was how to create a better life for 6 months. So if you're able to do this for 6 months, well, now you enter this deep work state where every time you work, you get better at the assignment. Because you're doing the same exact thing over and over and over. You're getting better at making a product. You're getting better at selling. You're getting better at creating content. Then you hit the stage where not only are you getting better, but you're able to get it done faster. And then you keep improving. This is called the deep work stage. This is called the flow state. To do this, you need to eliminate distractions. To do this, you need to prioritize what's at the top of your priority list. You need to do some digging and find out what's the most important task for me to do, and do that every single day. And keep a Pomodoro timer. Get into this deep work state. Get into this flow state. Because that's how you're able to get more done in less time. That's how you're able to work 4 hours a day. That's how you're able to, balance life and school and your side hustle and your job. That's how you're able to balance all that. If you only have 3 hours a day to work on something, well, if you're able to get into that flow state for those 3 hours, you're going to be extremely productive. versus just being a person who's just busy for those 3 hours. Because, yeah, sure, you can eliminate your distractions. Yeah, sure, you can prioritize your tasks. But if you're not good at doing what you're supposed to do, then that won't benefit you either. But to get good, you got to focus. You got to enter this flow state. And you're supposed to be all about that one thing. So stay focused and be productive.